Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.
Hey, what's up? I'm the stupid private, and I'm a brony.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Shut it, Cortana. The word of the day is lore, and I'm going to be looking at the lore of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and addressing some of the questions that fans may have about it. On this episode, I'll be looking at the cutest little co-dictators ever, Princesses Celestia and Luna. I'll be going over how they fit in MLP cosmology, why Celestia is a princess and not a queen, how they're related to Princess Cadance and Prince Von A-hole, I mean Prince Douchetool, I mean Prince Blueblood. But I'm starting with just what is an Alicorn anyway. Well, in ye olden times, when the vast majority of turnip farming peasants and that one guy who could read all thought unicorns were a real animal, the Alicorn was the name of its horn, which was believed to have special properties. In Equestria, an Alicorn is the fan name given to ponies with Pegasus wings and unicorn horns. But are all Alicorns created equal? Well, let's compare.
Science!
We'll compare Luna and Cadance. So, first impressions, Luna looks larger than Cadance to me. Just follow my reasoning, I'm eyeballing this. Cadance is about the same size as Shining Armor, who is the same size as a generic Royal Guard, who are about a head shorter than Celestia. Luna is about half a head shorter than her sister. So, if you'll follow my reasoning, Luna is larger than Cadance. Brilliant deduction by me. Next obvious point of deviation, Cadance seems to be about the same age as Shining Armor. In Twilight's flashback, she looked like she was whatever the pony equivalent of her teens would be. But in present time, she seems to have aged more or less normally. Luna, on the other hand, is, well, quite a bit older. After all, she did just return from a 50-generation-long imprisonment, and Luna's aging just doesn't make any sense. After being blasted back to almost a child form by the elements of harmony, then in the space of 1 year going to what could be considered her adult form, but based on the opening to episode 1, she still may not be fully grown yet. Last, let's look at powers. We don't really have a good idea of what Cadance can do, but based on Twilight's flashback, we can say that Cadance has the power of...
with the power of heart.
But she can probably do other stuff too, like the obligatory telekinesis, Pegasus weather manipulation, and she can probably shoot lasers. How about that? Ponies can shoot lasers. But I'm a little on the fence as to whether or not she can teleport. She might be able to, but she might not. And if there was some sort of a wizard's duel between Cadance and Twilight, I'm putting my bits on the element of magic, if you know what I'm saying. Luna, on the other hand, can change the weather with her emotions, bring inanimate objects to life for fun, yell really loudly, move a planetoid by herself, and shapeshift into, well, lots of things. Unlike some pony, and she can probably teleport just like her sister. Only time will tell, of course, but at the moment I would say Cadance is more like a factory standard unicorn with the wings thrown on as an added feature compared to the ultra deluxe high performance model of her aunt. Speaking of, how exactly are Princess Cadance, Prince Blueblood, and Maiden Monarchs, Luna and Celestia, related? Well, it seems to me that we only have two options. Option A. Celestia and Luna have another brother and or sister out there who's as of yet unseen. Not likely, but what do you think, Shining Armor? Well, hopefully we get another sweet song about how they're the most bestest, awesomest guy or gal ever. Again. Option B, the one I personally favor, takes a page right out of the Highlander playbook. Basically, whenever one of the immortals, in this case Celestia, gets lonely or whatever, they'll adopt a child and raise him or her. Not that the lucky punk would have a claim on the throne. Can anyone say permanent government? I knew you could. To establish some sort of family connection, Celestia might refer to said child as her niece or nephew, making them a lesser prince or princess. Which leads me to my next point. Why is Celestia a princess and not a queen? Well, if you're heartless and cynical, you might think it has something to do with the Hasbro marketing department thinking they could sell more Princess Celestia toys than Queen Celestia toys. If this is the case, I will remind you that it really is more fun if you play along. So, after the defeat of Discord by Celestia and Luna, the Grateful Ponies probably offered Celestia, the older of the two, the title of Queen of Equestria. But since there can be only one, queen that is, Celestia decided to be equals with her sister and share a lesser title. Now on to my last feat of mental gymnastics, trying to connect loose plot threads and the decisions by the boys in marketing. Just what exactly are Luna and Celestia? Well, let's start with the facts. These two pony princesses are co-rulers of Equestria, and their primary responsibilities are raising the sun and the moon. They're both extremely powerful, but with some limitations, and they're thousands of years old. But where did they come from? Well, if the ending of Lost taught us anything, they probably shouldn't answer that question too directly, but I think we can infer a few things. Celestia and Luna were not the founders of Equestria, but when you take into account that the elements of harmony were found in the ruins of the Palace of the Royal Pony Sisters, I wonder who those could be, it's reasonable to assume that Luna and Celestia resided in that land long before the founding of the country. I think it's possible that they always lived there, so it's probably safe to assume that they don't share any ancestry with the three pony tribes. That, when combined with Celestia and Luna's shape-shifting abilities, raises a big question mark over whether they're ponies at all. But if I were going to guess, and in case you haven't been paying attention, I am, I'd say Celestia and Luna are spirits like Discord. Almost like the Darkness and the Angelus from Top Cow's The Darkness. For the uninitiated, The Darkness is a comic book published by purveyors of trauma-level schlock Top Cow. The story in The Darkness centers around New York mafiosa Jackie Estacado, who happens to be sharing his body with a being which is the physical manifestation of all things darknessy. It goes by the incredibly original name, The Darkness. Jackie's main enemy is equal but opposite to the Darkness, a being made of pure light called the Angelus. Well, I still got some time left, so I'll throw out one more. How exactly did Celestia live thousands of years and still manage to not know what a parasprite is, when the complete nutcase Pinkie Pie knows exactly what they are? Well, I assume that Celestia doesn't know what parasprites are for the same reason Sauron doesn't know what a hobbit is. Basically, she forgot because she's got thousands of years worth of information to keep track of. Alright, and we're out of time. I'm the Stupid Private. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to my elaborate fanboy theories about our favorite delightful children's animated series.
That's all, folks.